From Goodyear Heights to sport fans all across the platforms.
Welcome to episode 2 Attack of the Sports. Thanks for joining us on episode 2. If you're joining us for the first time, I'm Eric.
And I'm Bob.
And we are bearded and crunchy. Thanks for joining with us for episode 2. Episode 1 went well. For all the people that are listening to episode 2 that listened to episode 1, thank you so very much. Means the world to us. So this week's episode, if you've seen the promos on social medias, we are talking sports.
Talking sports.
So there's obviously quite a bit going on. We've had, obviously, the NBA playoffs are underway. The Major League Baseball's, the season's in full swing. We had the NFL draft a couple weeks ago. So yeah, we're just gonna talk about a little bit, and then we're gonna end it with one of Bob's passions, and we're gonna talk WrestleMania. For all you people that don't think it's a sport, you can go to hell, because even though I don't watch it, it is a sport, and it's like everything else. It's sports entertainment. I can assure you that a lot of the athletes in other sports would not be able to deal with the physical aspect of wrestling. But on that note, we'll let Bob here. He always has a good opening way to lead us into our subject matter. So take it away, Bob.
Oh, what do you want to talk first?
Well, you had come up. You had said what was our favorite sport and what got us to that.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot. It's been a long week, man.
It's been a long week, and,
Life
it's been a
shit.
whirlwind, too, though.
Yeah, shit going on, man.
We've been establishing our social media accounts and really going full-fledged at this. And mind you, we are both fathers and
full-time employees somewhere.
Yeah, we have regular jobs, and we also are old. So, I'll let you start it off, Bob. Obviously, sports is sports, but what's your favorite sport, and what made that a deciding factor into your favorite sport?
My favorite sport's actually baseball. I've been a baseball guy my whole life. I played it for a while until I destroyed my knee doing stupid stuff.
Yeah, that you did.
No, my dad played too. My dad was very, very talented in the game.
At many sports, for those who don't know.
Yeah, football, baseball, Firestone class of 73. But he actually got scouted when he was in high school, had a chance to go to either Kent or Akron, and then tore his knee up playing football.
Yeah, so, that'll do it.
And that kind of ended his thing, but he always loved the game, and he passed it down to me. I remember being about 5 years old. We went to old Cleveland Municipal Stadium.
That's a legend in and of itself.
Yep, we saw I was 5 years old, like I said, my first ever baseball game in front of about, 500 people, because they were bad in the 80s.
Yeah, they weren't.
And my dad's a huge Red Sox fan, so it was the then Cleveland Indians versus the Boston Red Sox. And I don't remember who won. I was small. But I do remember getting the little mini helmet with the ice cream.
The sundae.
Yeah, and it was delicious.
Yeah.
But I still remember how big of a massive shithole Cleveland Municipal Stadium was.
Well, we were approaching the end of it. So,
thank God.
And it was, I'd only went there once, and as far as baseball, I love baseball now, but I wasn't an adult until I really, I followed it. I was an Indians fan, and I knew, we grew up in the era, we had our Ken Griffey Jr.'s and Nolan Ryans and all that kind of stuff. So, I loved sports, so I knew of baseball, but it wasn't until I got older that I really started following it. But for me, it's football. I mean, everybody, anybody knows me. I played football at East, and I loved it. Met a lot of friends that way, and but ironically, a lot of friends and family that know me know I didn't have the greatest relationship with my father, but football was one thing that we watched religiously. So nice. I got my love for football for him, and my love for and here come the comments and texts and phone calls, but my love for the Pittsburgh Steelers. But yeah, I'm a football guy. I played it. My goal, I actually got recruited to a few. Akron U was one of them. I actually had a couple. Bowling Green. Actually, Virginia Tech even wrote me it wasn't like a recruitment letter, but it was like a visit letter.
Oh, wow.
But Ohio Ohio Northern, which was a Division III school. I don't even think it exists anymore because this was late 90s. Their linebacker coach, which was weird because I only played linebacker my freshman year, and then I moved to defensive end and defensive tackle. But their linebacker coach was impressed with me for some reason, and man, did he want me to go there. But back then, Division IIIs couldn't offer athletic scholarships.
Yeah,
it had to be
you'd have been a walk-on.
Yeah, well, so we all know that all sports, but especially college sports, are crooked. He said, I can get you an academic scholarship for a semester, but if you keep the grades and all of that, then we can continue that. So that was kind of the route. But unfortunately, at the time, life happened, and I didn't end up going to college. But football is it for me. Yeah, that's my sport. I still love it. I love college more than pros, to be honest. And even the older I get, the more I feel that way. But now with NILs and all that, though, it's different. But that could be another fucking conversation.
Going the whole way of the pros, they're making money. I mean, granted, they should.
Yeah, I mean, these colleges are making a lot of fucking money off these kids. So, but it goes to what about the field hockey kids, and what about the gymnasts, and it's got to be fair. But regardless, I think today for our sports episode, let's start with the NBA playoffs. These are our biggest disappointment of the day for me and him, because we are both Cleveland Cavalier fans, and as you all know, they've been shitting the fucking bed.
Boo.
So we'll start with that. We'll get them out of the way, because I'm still disappointed. Round one should not have went 7 games. I'm not taking away Toronto is an amazing team. They deserve to be in the playoffs, but I just felt like in every aspect of the game we had something that was better than them. Not saying they wouldn't have won games, but to take it to 7, I was like, ugh.
It was a struggle for sure.
I didn't even watch Game 7. I
turned it on about 3/4 of the way into the first quarter. I was busy doing something.
If I want to continuously be let down, I'll continue watching the Guardians.
Yeah,
I don't need that from the Cavs too. But that's again another subject. Excuse me. But of course, we're also down 0-2 to the fucking Detroit Pistons, where all of a sudden JB Bickerstaff leaves Cleveland and learns how to coach in fucking Detroit. Like that's irritating to me, because that dude, he could not adjust for nothing.
Nope.
His rotations were shit. And this dude goes to Detroit, and all of a sudden, like, he's coaching like he thinks he's fucking Phil Jackson.
Right.
It's like, what the fuck?
It's frustrating.
And I know your thoughts on Atkinson. I like him. He's not perfect, and I know he's your biggest complaint about him.
I like him. Don't get me
wrong. I know,
wrong.
but I know he's pissing you off.
He is. He's doing the same shit that JB did, where his rotations are shit.
But I don't get that, because he didn't do that in the regular season, and he didn't even do that in the playoffs last year. It was last year. It was really injuries.
We got exposed on defense by Indiana. We can't guard the 3-point line for dick.
Well, that hasn't changed, because we still can't do that this year. But
might as well not even have 5 guys out on the floor.
Yeah,
we're like, never mind.
Yeah, but yeah, so. Yeah, I mean, they've been a disappointment. They're underachievers. People, they can't take nothing away from Mitchell. I mean, that guy, he wants to win here.
Yeah, he's a monster.
I just don't know if everybody else does.
I mean, Harden's doing Harden in the playoffs.
He does what he does.
Yeah.
We knew what we get when we got him. Yep. I was just hoping everybody else can pull up with the instinct and the hard nose, and he can just do what he does. But it just hasn't come to fruition the way we wanted it to.
I have not watched a single game in the second round for the Cavaliers.
Me neither.
I just haven't. I caught highlights of the first one and was like, "Oh my God, what the hell is going on?"
they look like a pickup team
Right
playing
now,
a
yeah.
playoff team.
Now they play tonight because it's
3:00.
well, okay, this afternoon.
Yeah.
It's Saturday the 9th when we're recording this.
Yes.
So they're at home, so they're going to come out and look totally different.
We're going to win by 20 tonight.
And it's
the problem
frustrating.
is we're going to lose the rest of them. Detroit plays better as a unit. And again, JB Bickerstaff could not do that here.
No.
And somehow he's got them playing as a good unit. So I'm with you. I think they're going to come out playing lights out tonight.
Yep.
They're and they're going to make everybody go, there. And I'm just, unless they win this series, I'm not a believer. I mean, I'm sorry. It's my team. I'm allowed to feel that way. But they raise my blood pressure and they make me
Right.
want to put a fucking dagger in my chest.
And my big question to you is if they lose this series, do they fire Atkinson? When it's all said and done, do they let him go and move on? Or do they keep him and let him continue?
I'm gonna say continue because who else is out there?
I agree.
I mean, you're not gonna get anybody that's been in the system a couple years. I think you got to keep him for one more year.
Yeah.
I would like to have Harden for the whole year. See how that
I
plays
would
out.
too. Actually have practices together.
And really start to really gel.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, we'll see. When you said that, I almost butted in and said, "You mean if, not if, but when they lose the series?"
Yeah, when is more like it.
I don't want to sound like a Debbie Downer, but guys, you're not putting a good product out there.
No.
Like I'm going on, the eye test, the visuals, and I'm not seeing it.
Yeah.
So, but let's move on to some more NBA playoffs. We were supposed to. Things got delayed a week, like we said last week, because of audio issues, but we're back. But Minnesota beating fucking Denver in the first round.
Shocking.
Towards the end, without Anthony Edwards and
shocking.
I mean, dude, Jokic. I mean, that was to me personally, that and one other thing that we'll get to. Were the surprises for me. Granted, Minnesota's now going up against a more oiled machine with San Antonio. I mean, they did get a win.
They did.
But I
might be the only one they get.
Yeah, I just if they had Anthony Edwards, I think it'd be a pretty even.
Is he out for the whole series? Or
the last that I remember. Now I didn't look that specific thing up, but I think so. Mm-hmm. I think they said if he can come back, they'd have to make it to like the conference or finals. But we'll see.
He's a game changer.
Oh
for sure.
my God,
he's definitely a superstar.
He's
good ball player.
He's John Morant, but without all the extra bullshit.
Yeah.
So here, fun fact. I want to bring this up. I kind of ran this by you beforehand, but apparently the first round had the highest viewership in 33 years. And if you think about that, that's the 93 Bulls.
Oh,
that means the 94, 95, 97, 98. It outviewed all those.
Right.
Which is crazy. But yeah. And then, I mean, the Knicks are doing what the Knicks do. I honestly think them and Detroit are the best two teams in the East.
Yeah, I think it's going to be. I think it's going to be Eastern Conference Finals.
Because Boston was considered a front runner, and the Knicks made them look like chumps.
I mean, the 76ers beat him.
I meant 76ers.
Was it 7 games?
Yeah,
I was shocked.
I meant the 76ers. I'm sorry.
I was shocked when I saw that.
Yeah, because
no way.
Embiid got hurt in that one. That was another topic I put on. There's been big injuries.
Yeah,
like big name players were like hurt.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's why I'm sorry. The 76ers, because let's be honest, the 76ers weren't going to make it far.
I didn't give them a snowball's chance in hell, honestly.
No, and the fact that, that they took them to Boston to 7.
Yeah, and beat them.
That was fucking insane. But I think they're not going to make it out of this round.
Probably not. So who do you got? Who do you got finals? NBA finals.
If I'm going right now,
I'm going OKC in the West.
Yeah, I don't see how they can't repeat.
Nobody's beating them.
I honestly would have said the Lakers before this series because fucking LeBron in Series 1. I seen somebody talking about where LeBron doesn't get his just due. Michael Jordan is the greatest player to ever play the game. LeBron James has the greatest career ever. There's a difference.
Yeah.
And I think people need to recognize that. But I agree. I think it honestly, right now I'd say OKC and the Knicks.
Yeah,
that's my prediction.
I would go with that. Because I don't think Detroit's going to get past New York when they get past Cleveland.
Well, and that's what I was kind of thinking to the future, and I was thinking, I think we evened up with OKC in the regular season. So, and that would be wild, though, wouldn't it? Because that's where Harden started.
Right, OKC.
Yeah, so that would be weird, but that's fucking a hell of a wishful thinking.
Right.
But yeah, and then LeBron, man, just I understand why people don't like him and all that, and us being from Akron, we told people when he left, it wasn't that he left. I mean, it's a business. It was how he left. Like
it was how he left. Yes,
and that was the issue that we had. It was like, dude, you basically like spit in our faces, and like, I knew people that like knew family members of his, and all signs pointed to him staying. I could never verify if he actually said that, but from the way it was told, but
I was actually glad he did, because I think he needed that to be able to learn.
2016 would have never happened.
Right.
It just wouldn't have. He was a different player after he went to Miami.
He developed. It's exactly what I've told you in the conversations we've had about the current Cavaliers. He went and developed what he didn't have, and that was that killer instinct at the end of games and going into the playoffs. That guy is a fucking maniac.
From Dwayne Wade, like you said, he learned that killer instinct, and he learned how to win.
He did.
Like, and that's when he also learned, because if you watch back, and a lot of you guys will get flashbacks in the when I can't. I'm all the names are missing me. It was right before he left, and they had that buffoonery squad of just
the ancient Shaq.
Random players. He didn't learn how to play as a teammate.
No.
So, I think going to Miami allowed him to learn how to allow other players to take over, and he just learned how to. So that helped.
It did.
But the guy is in his 40s and playing better than
most of the NBA.
Period. And better than most of our greatest players ever did in their later years.
Yep.
I mean, Charles Barkley was worthless in the end of his career. Like, my favorite player of all time is Shaquille O'Neal. Love the guy.
Yeah, Shaq Diesel, baby.
He was worthless when he couldn't dominate the paint.
Well, it's because he was just, Father Time remains undefeated.
And it will continue to. Look at Tom Brady.
Right.
But... yeah. And one last thing I'll touch on before we move into we'll go to the NFL draft.
Even though it was a few weeks ago?
Yeah, but, again, we had all this queued up, and we had topics, and things happened, but, here we are. I seen that in, it's not NBA playoffs, but it is basketball. I seen it in NCAA, in both women's and men's, is expanding to 76 teams.
Why?
Money. I mean, it's got to be. I mean, I didn't read the whole article because I just seen that and groaned.
Right.
I'm like...
Probably the same reaction I just had.
It's the same with this college football playoff. Like, I was all for it. But once they go to 16 and 24, it's like, dude, the season is so long. Like, I think they should keep it at 12 there. And was it 64 teams in the... Yeah. And then everybody's perfect.
Well, it's like what I said, because we touched on it a little bit before we started here. That's what the NIT is for. There's no reason to add more.
Yeah. Try again next year.
Yeah.
That's all there is to it. But I don't think it's, it's obviously not the players or the schools. It's it's the NCAA being greedy like they always are.
Oh yeah. Well, it's all money makes the world go round.
Yep, sure does. But all right, so now let's get into the NFL draft. As I alluded to earlier, I am a lifelong Steelers fan. For all my family and friends that are from and live in Ohio, cringe when I say that. I'm a Steelers fan, but ironically, my co-host over here is also not a local fan when it comes to the NFL.
I'm not a Browns fan. No, I'm a Green Bay Packers fan, baby.
Yeah, go Cheeseheads. Yeah. So let's we'll touch on a couple of things. We'll get to what we both think of our teams and each other's teams towards the end. We'll talk about a couple other things. So, winners and losers. I must say, going back over it, and I went back over this draft a couple of times. And I'd be lying if I didn't say I looked at different websites to see their opinions, just see if there's stuff I didn't miss. And I mean, the Browns.
The Browns.
I mean, like we said with the conversation, so we had this conversation about an hour ago when we first were setting up and getting here, talking with his dad, and I said, they had one of the best drafts ever. And they're still gonna find a way to screw it up.
How are they gonna? It's like a hand grenade.
Oh yeah,
you just like, pull the pin, walk away, and hope that it.
Hope
whatever.
that they hold it. But they had 10 picks. They had some trades. They got they finally decided to work on offense. They've built that defense up enough.
Oh yeah.
They went 2 tight ends and they took another quarterback, which I thought was kind of odd. But okay,
that's going to be a project.
Yeah, but like they drafted him, like that guy wasn't. I mean, I don't even know if he was really going to get drafted.
Probably not.
So
was it
if
it
was it was Taylor Green from Arkansas or Taylor Green, and not that he wasn't a bad quarterback. It just didn't make sense for the Browns to take him. But I say this to the guys at work when we talk sports. I said if I knew what I was talking about, I'd be a fucking GM and not sitting here talking to you guys.
I like their pick at in the first round with Fano. I think he's going to be a good one. He's big, strong. He's got a good skill set.
Well, and they need look. I've said this time and time again. If the Browns want to win, they need to keep Shedeur Sanders as their starting quarterback, and they need to protect him because he's what you want in a possible running quarterback. Mm-hmm. He's a pass first, run second quarterback. But if he's constantly running, you're going to turn him into a running quarterback, and that's what you don't want because the kid can throw.
He can. One of the most accurate passers in college football history.
And so I just that pick was odd, and they do what they do. They drafted 2 tight ends. That was another one that I went, but again, they drafted offense, which is what they needed. Yeah. But I mean they had a.
I don't know how I feel about Concepcion. He has a history of drops. And they've already got that with Jerry Jeudy. They don't need any more. I like Boston.
I think the other wide receiver I think was a better pick.
Yeah, Boston's a better. He's bigger.
But we'll see. I mean, it's not like they had OBJ. You can say what you want. The guy was a hell of a wide receiver.
Yeah.
They had Josh Gordon.
If he could have stayed sober.
But yeah. So I mean, yeah, they did a good job. They nailed it, and we will see how the rest of it goes. Now we're going to So I want to talk about a couple of the Redskins. They actually had a good one. They took Sonny Styles, which I thought was the best defensive player on the Buckeyes outside of Caleb Downs, and we'll talk about him in a minute. But the Redskins, they had a good one. Just briefly touch on that.
Commanders. You don't want to offend anybody.
Oh, I'm sorry.
The Commanders.
God, yeah, I can't believe I did it. I even wrote that down.
I know.
The Commanders. Damn it.
I still want to say Cleveland Indians. I don't want to say Guardians.
That's better than Washington football team.
Yeah. That was pretty terrible.
But now we'll move into a team that we both dislike, and we're going to put Bob in the doghouse. But I've seen conflicting on this. I didn't think they did too bad, but the Cowboys took who I thought was probably the best defensive player in the draft in Caleb Downs.
I'm not upset, but my wife is a big Cowboys fan. My brother-in-law is a big Cowboys fan, or at least was. They're all against the whole kneeling situation that happened 5-6 years ago, whatever. My brother-in-law, anyways. But that's fine. It's his choice.
Yeah.
No, I don't have a problem with how they drafted.
They're still gonna. They did all right. Oh yeah, they're gonna
fuck it up.
Yeah, they're gonna fuck it up. Dak Prescott is good, but he just don't know which
team
Dak Prescott. Yeah, you just don't know what Dak Prescott you're gonna get. Yeah, that's a good point.
Mr. Interception.
Yeah. But yeah. And then going into the worst drafts, you know, if you remember on draft night, I thought that the Rams drafting that quarterback was a good idea. But the more I started thinking about it, I was like, I get what they're trying to do, but why him?
Yeah, but if you think about it, it's almost like a Aaron Rodgers, Brett Favre situation in Green Bay years ago.
Yeah, but that quarterback's not as good as those.
No.
And so that's why I was like confused. I'm like, and please, I'm not saying he couldn't be a good quarterback, but he seems to me as a reliable backup, or like in teams that like to run a 2-quarterback system occasionally. I feel like he fits better than that, but.
That's why I put the Rams at the bottom of my list, as well as many people did.
The Vikings, I know that's your dad's team. They didn't do well.
No.
They didn't really address many of their needs. Nope. The 49ers shit the bed again, but whatever. That's another team I'm not a fan of. I'm going to piss a lot of... I got some friends that are... Fans? Yeah, but whatever. So, yeah, we'll get into our teams now.
Yeah, how did your team do, Eric?
I mean,
I saw 10 picks.
I went, they had 7, I think.
7?
I think it was 7.
I didn't follow too much.
It was 6. I'm sorry, 6.
After day 1.
I was up and down with it. I was really pissed after the first night, and then the second round, I kind of got a little excited. Mm-hmm. Then the more I looked at it, I got mad again. But then when I really started going back over it this past week, when, you know, going back and researching, 4 of 6 were defensive picks, which I liked. I'm sorry, I apologize. Wrong. They did mainly defense. They got another quarterback, which I'm okay with. He's a hometown guy. He's a guy out of Penn State, so now I was happy about that.
Is Rodgers coming back? Do we know? Or
so I wanted to talk about that. He finally did start showing up, but there's no still real, hey, I'm playing, but I don't know. I'm assuming he is. He's just doing his Aaron Rodgers thing.
His retreat.
Which I don't think he's going to do for this quarterback what Brett Favre did for him. Aaron Rodgers, I don't.
I know. I dealt with him for years at Green
I know.
Bay.
I don't know. I'm not mad that he's here. I just wish he was a little more normal. He's just so weird about so much shit. Like, I can't. You know, he's that weird uncle that, like, he always buys you cool gifts, but he just does and says really weird shit.
Right.
You know, it's like, what the fuck, man? You know?
Yeah, he holds a special place for me. Because,
of course he does. He won you a Super Bowl.
He won me a Super Bowl.
That's what the fuck. Shit.
And then the next day, the fun fact, that Super Bowl was against your Steelers, February 6, 2011. And the only reason I remember it is because the very next day, February 7th, 2011, at 8:16 in the morning, came a little girl.
That's right. Your daughter
My little
was
girl.
Born. Yeah.
I should have played the lottery.
I don't like talking about that because that game pisses me off. But well, it's the same with us and Ben Roethlisberger. He was a piece of shit, but I mean,
the talent was undeniable.
Sometimes you have to separate the art from the artist.
Yep.
And you know, he was a hell of a football player. He played longer than he should have, but I'm all right with what they did. They didn't have a lot of picks. They traded one of them, which whatever. But I'm all right with it. We'll see. Now that this will be the first year without Mike Tomlin, I don't even know how that's going to go.
What do you think about the 7th round pick that they got, that running back out of Navy? I think he was a local boy too.
Yes, he was. He was born in Pennsylvania, and he's actually really, really good. But
could he be the sleeper pick? For Pittsburgh.
Yeah, for us, I think he's going to be. We always end up. We drafted another tight end too. In every fucking draft for the last 15 years, we drafted tight end and a running back. But yeah, I liked that pick. That was one of the picks that made me go, all right, that wasn't too bad. Because honestly, like, a lot of people didn't have him being drafted, and I actually every year I try to watch the Army Navy game, and I remember seeing him, and I was like, yo, that kid's really good.
I watched some of it, yeah.
And so I think he was a steal at 7.
Yeah.
So. Yeah. Yeah,
Seventh round steal?
that's a sleeper pick. I'll take that. That was a
Like a Brock Purdy.
good observation. Yeah, exactly. Or a fucking Tom Brady.
Yeah. The only thing with Tom Brady, the whole we're Ohio State guys.
Oh,
and
yeah,
he
fuck
went to
that guy.
he went to Michigan.
Yeah, that bitch up north.
Sorry, all my Michigan fans.
Yeah, we and I have a few of those too. But.
Right.
So what about your Packers, man? I got some notes too, but tell me what
they
what
had
your thought was.
They had 6 picks. They went 4 of 6 on defense.
Well, their defense needed help.
They did. They needed to revamp.
I mean, their offense isn't bad. Jordan Love is.
Yeah.
I like that kid. I think he's a good quarterback. I think he's gonna if the Packers can get a good running game, like a consistent running game, and really start to fucking get that defense going. I think you guys are forced to be right.
I think so, and I think when Micah Parsons comes back, from the ACL tear, it'll be a lot better.
That
I still got to rank them. I really think they're ranked near the bottom of the draft still.
I wouldn't.
Just okay. It was mediocre.
I'll say they couldn't get above a B because they only had 6
Right.
picks. I mean, I feel like you got to have 7, 8, 9 picks to really start getting up there because then you can really start filling holes.
I don't even think they had a first round pick, did they?
No, they didn't. Because of the
Micah Parsons.
trade.
Yeah.
But I think out of the 6 picks though, they had the better draft out of teams with low picks. So I would probably give them a C+.
Yeah.
I think
that's why I said kind of the middle of the pack, kind of near the.
But yeah, so I mean, but again, they're in a division where the Vikings aren't going to be shit. The Cowboys are the Cowboys, and really the Bears are slowly kind of getting some shit together.
I think they were a year early last year.
I think what's his name? Their quarterback, Caleb. Fuck, I can't think of his name. The dude, I'm pretty sure he played for no. Anyways, that quarterback that they got, I cannot think of his name. He is, I think he's a good quarterback, and I think he'll do well. But I think they need to help that guy get more protection. He panics pretty easy. So I think if once Micah comes back and that defense gets a little more stout, I think you guys can take that division.
I think so.
So
the only question mark is Detroit, because which Detroit team will show up this year? I don't know, because they could have had a great year last year. It was kind of like,
and of all teams that have never won, that's a team I want because when I was a kid, I was a Steelers fan, but I loved players. And growing up,
Barry Sanders.
Oh my God, the greatest running back. You guys want to see some highlight films? Go watch that. That dude rushed for 2,000 yards with a bottom 5 offensive line.
Oh yeah, those teams were always terrible.
Never see that again. And it was a tragedy because he wanted traded because his goal was to win a ring, and Detroit wouldn't trade him, so he retired.
Yep. He said, "Fuck you, I'm out."
But we could talk about that, a long time. But I would really like to see. Plus, and we'll talk about this next week. I'm a big Eminem fan, so I'd like for him to see his Detroit Lions get a Super Bowl win. But
Grandpa Shady now though,
2 times over.
Yeah.
Did you know that?
I did not know that.
So. My Eminem knowledge is vast. Haley, who just had his first, that's his biological daughter. But her mom was in another relationship after they had split and they had another child. He's actually got 3. And Elena actually just had a baby within the last month or so.
Oh wow!
So he's a grandpa 2 times over.
That's
now.
Awesome for him.
Yes,
it's a different chapter in life.
Well, and he always made it a point to keep their lives out of the limelight, but he did talk about them a lot, and I love that about him. But again, we can talk about that next week. Foreshadowing. So let's we'll move on.
Oh, go to the MLB now, and our wonderful Cleveland Guardians, who are actually number 1 in the Central right now.
They are.
2.5
They
games.
are. Them last 2 games against the Royals helped.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, I was looking at this yesterday. It looks like a 90s leaderboard. You got the Yankees, Guards, and Athletics in the AL, and in the NL, it's the Braves, Cubs, and Dodgers.
Oh.
Those are the leaders.
The Dodgers don't surprise me considering they're buying championships.
Ohtani has a .97 ERA.
Insane.
What the fuck?
That
dude is I'm telling you, he's not human.
Yep, he's a freak. There's another MVP.
Human. Oh, the only way he can is if he gets hurt. That's the only way I can see it happening. But our guards are doing what the guards do. They're up and down. They fucking win 5. They lose 7. They win 12. They lose 8. But, J-Ram, he hit the 300 club.
He did. Good for him. I love Jose, man.
He's
my favorite right now.
Yep, he's moved into my favorite Guardian of all time. I love the guy.
I will say this after looking up a little bit, and again, kind of looking back on things, Jose is notoriously a very slow starter for the year.
Oh yeah, his batting average is shit.
He's hitting 219.
Oh, it's went up. Okay.
Yeah, went up. He's hitting a little bit better.
When I did research earlier in the week, he was at like 197. Yeah.
I mean, we're 219, 6 homers, 15 RBI. Again, he is notoriously a slow starter.
Yeah, but the dude is leading in steals.
Oh, I know.
He's tied for the league in the MLB.
That's what he's a 5-tool guy.
Oh my 100%. God, that's what I'm saying. People think yes, his batting average has never. He's not going to get you 380.
No.
That's just not what he does. He's a long ball and a precision batter, and his defense, I think, never gets talked about. No, he's not a Golden Glove, but the dude can play. I agree.
He's good.
But the competition, there's just some fucking fielders out there.
You got to remember, he did come up, I believe, I think he came up as a second baseman.
Yes.
And then, we had Kipnis at the time. So hey, Jose, can you play third? Sure, no problem.
Yeah, he don't care.
He don't care. That's why I love the guy, because he just gives everything to everything.
When he signed that, he just recently signed again, but right before that, he signed that big deal.
Yeah.
And everybody was telling him, I guess there was offers for $100 million more to other teams.
He said no.
And he was like, no. He goes,
I love Cleveland.
I love Cleveland. They love me, and I want to play here. And I want to win here. And when he did that, I was like, you're the greatest fucking Guardian of all time. Yeah.
Chef's kiss on that, though.
Oh, my God. I love the guy. He loves it here, and we love him here. And, he can do no wrong,
Yeah. So what do you think about him so far? I mean, I have my thoughts. I have a bunch of stuff that's in my head.
So, believe it or not, Gavin Williams leads AL in strikeouts.
Was it 60?
He's at 60. I don't know if he got any. He didn't pitch last night, did he? Because he might have more.
No,
I don't. Yeah, I don't either.
I didn't watch the game.
I just looked at the box score.
Yeah,
I didn't. But as of, I think, Thursday, yeah, and he's tied for first in the AL with wins. He's got 5 wins.
It doesn't. I think we had this conversation last season when he was kind of iffy throughout the year, and
the potential was there, but he wasn't feeling it.
Yeah, I told you. I said, once this guy really learns how to pitch and gets a year under his belt in the majors, watch out, because his stuff is just filthy.
He is nasty.
Nasty.
That dude gives me hope. I'm like, okay.
I mean, here's a fun fact though for him right now. They are third in the MLB in ERA as a pitching staff. They're right around 4.
Yeah.
And I mean, I'm still iffy on the bullpen.
Oh, it's shady. It's shaky as fuck, man. But again, I say this all the time when we get talking MLB, me, you, and then me and some guys at work.
Yeah.
It always seems that when one's working, the other's not. It's
yeah,
because it's like a person's lazy eye.
Well, all you got to do is look at the opposite end of it, and as a team, we're hitting 233 right now, which is 22nd in the major leagues.
Yeah.
And
we're winning our division.
Yeah, because our pitching
is keeping us in these games. It's been
lights out. And
I did want to get to one point though. I'm letting you take the reins on baseball because that's your expertise. But I did notice that Judge is nailing homers, but his batting average is buns.
Is it? What's it at?
It was, when I looked the other day, it was 167. And I'm like, ooh.
Well, that just goes to show you, though, that if you can bomb them out of the ballpark at a high rate,
that reminds me of steroid Yankee, Alex.
Hey,
He would have slumps like that where he'd crack 8 home runs, but he'd be batting 150.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just thought that was interesting because, you know, as an Indians Guardians fans, I loathed the Yankees.
Oh yeah, still do.
I hate them. I hate any players that play for them. I'm actually skeptic of any players that come here from them. When we had Giambi, I was like, not a, you know, I'm good.
I could tell you who my shocker's been with Cleveland right now, and it wasn't for a little while because he was slumping.
Who?
And my initial stuff that I had thought about, I was like, I'm not sold on this guy. But he is a rookie, so it's yet to be seen. But my thoughts on Chase DeLauter right now, you know, I like the guy. I like the guy.
I mean, I don't know, man. I mean, I think he's fresh.
Yeah.
He's raw.
He's a rookie.
But there's something about that fight, that dog in him.
Yeah.
He reminds me of the type of energy that Josh Naylor had.
I would give you that.
The energy, not placed out. Like he gets into it, and I really like the guy.
I mean, we're hitting 306 right now.
Yeah, we've definitely
brought
that up because we were if we can keep our bullpen in these games with our batting, we can go far. But like you mentioned earlier, our bullpen is just so fucking up in the air. Like it's some games these dudes are like fucking
lights out.
I mean, fucking Cy Young award winners. And then there's other nights it's like, did you eat fucking pizza and cabbage and beer all night last night? Because you're playing like shit.
You know, unfortunately for us, with Clase doing what he's done,
fuck that guy.
Has totally upended the ass end of that bullpen. Is, you know, you've gone from having a dominant closer, and I have no problem with who they have as their closer. Now,
absolutely not. But I want to touch on that because that pisses me off because I remember during that heartbreaking 2000 or that last season when we were in the World Series, and he pitched the way he did, I was like, what the fuck is going on with this guy? And then all this shit came out.
Yeah, you find out he's tipping pitches and betting
because
on
I originally put it on the manager.
Yeah,
I'm like, don't pitch him. He can pitch 100 pitches, but it has to be in one inning. If you spread that guy amongst many innings, he turns to dust.
Yep.
And I couldn't understand it, but now thinking about it and seeing that, I'm like, I think he might have fucking did that himself. But I'm not going to talk about that because I literally want to fight that guy. That shit was listen.
Yeah.
Do I think players should be allowed to gamble on sports? Not while they're in their sport.
No.
Afterwards, spend all your money.
Right.
I do think you should be allowed to gamble on other sports, but your own sport, you should not be allowed. Yeah. I just don't, I don't care if, you say you're not betting on other, team or whatever the situation is. It just adds that level of shadiness to it. And it's like, I just.
That's frustrating because how much money did he give up for just a little bit of gambling that he gave up his whole career. It's over.
The average win in sports bettings is less than $1,000.
Yeah, he's done.
Like, those big wins that you see, guys, that doesn't happen a lot.
No.
I've gambled before. I'm lucky I'm not addicted to it.
Right.
I've done parlays. I've bet on games. Yeah. I've used DraftKings. I've used FanDuel. I've done it all. And you're gonna lose more than you're gonna win.
Right.
And the type of player that this dude was, he wasn't as good, but he was on the trajectory to be like a Mariano Rivera. As much as I hate the Yankees, the dude was one of if not the greatest closers of all time. That dude never would let you hit off him.
No, that cutter was just devastating. And that's what kept him in the game so long. But he knew when to give it up.
He did.
He got out at the right time.
No, he walked away smart. But I still believe he might have had another year or two in him.
Probably.
But people don't take the mental side of sports either. When you're done, you're done.
Yeah.
And he was done. And it was same with Barry Sanders. Like we talked about earlier. If he couldn't go to another team, he didn't want to keep suffering there.
Yeah,
so he was like, fuck it, I'm done.
I'm done, I quit.
And I mean, hey, I'll give you another perfect example of my Steelers. With all of the shit talk of Mike Tomlin should go and he's a shitty, he's a good regular season, can't do shit. He just walked away. He said, and I love what Mike Tomlin did. I know we're on another sport, but this just kind of fits the same thought process. He resigned that way. It would be easier. Like they could make a trade for a coach and it make it easier. So, but again, Clase was on that path to be one of the best closers. I mean, it was one of those where like in the regular season, when he would come in, I would turn the game off.
It got infuriating to watch him.
No, what I mean is before that, I'm talking because I knew he had the like when he was closing, I knew we would get the wins.
Just lights out, yeah.
Yeah, I just turned it off. I'm like, there's no fucking sense in watching it.
But when you're throwing, when you've got a 103-mile-an-hour cutter and you're offsetting with that nasty slider.
I have heard batter after batter, year after year, say that's one of the hardest fucking. If you master that pitch, you are going to be a good pitcher.
A cutter? Yeah. Cutters are nasty when they're,
when they're done correctly.
Yeah. But it's just a different type. It's a different type of fastball.
Right.
It's just different hand position, and we could go on and on, but.
Oh, that's yeah.
But it's nasty because it does have that movement, and he was like I said, he's throwing at 101, 102, 103.
That's
like a
impossible
BB.
To hit, man.
It's like a BB.
Yeah,
you can't even see the fucking thing.
I mean, you literally have to have Jedi fucking reflexes to hit that shit.
Yeah.
I mean, but yeah, so, yeah, I mean. I'm looking forward to the guards. I mean, I'll be honest. Baseball's a long season. I don't watch every game.
It's definitely a marathon.
I do keep up with them. I keep. Luckily, through the MLB app, you can actually sign up for text message or notifications where you can personalize it. So I get it for score lead changes and stuff like that, and final score. So I keep up with it. I know, and then I look at the stats once a week and standings, and I keep up, but.
Did you see what happened to the Tigers in the last couple days?
I don't think so.
They've lost Tarek Skubal for the next 6 to 8 weeks. He had to have elbow surgery.
I did see that. And he was
pitching.
And he was like the main reason that they were doing any kind of good.
They got a lot of injuries right now.
Yeah, but that
guy's a beast, though.
Boy, I tell you what, for a sport that isn't And I'm not saying it's not hard. I'm saying it's not as physical as, like, say, a hocky or a football.
Yeah.
The injuries seem to last much longer in those sports, in that sport. I think a lot of it has to do with there's a lot more, like, twist and turn movements between batting and throwing and sliding, and you have a lot more factors. So I've noticed that there's been
a lot of elbow and shoulder injuries since
the
pitch clock.
Yeah. Well, they're definitely overexerting. You know, they don't have the time. But, you know, I'm not going to lie. I think it's better for not their injuries, obviously, but the pitch clock is, it's better for the pacing of the game, because that's why you can't get young kids in it if they're not playing it. If young kids are playing baseball, they're going to watch it. But the kids that aren't playing it, they don't have that attention span. There's not enough action consistently in it that will keep them drawn in like a basketball or a football. So it's a lot harder to watch when you're not playing it. That was my thing when I was a kid. That's why I didn't really appreciate it until I was an adult. And I'm like, this is a chess game.
It is.
Like it's and all sports to a degree are, but baseball out of the big four is the biggest representative of that. And I play chess, so I can see the mind games that you have to play. So yeah, and these injuries just seem to last much longer than, you know, these other sports, and the other sports are more physical.
Well, I mean, especially for pitchers, when you start talking elbows, I mean, he's lucky because it was as they classified it, a foreign body. So probably he had a bone chip or
so it wasn't
piece
like
of cartilage.
Full Tommy John's.
No.
Yeah.
That's why he's only out 6 to 8 weeks. If it was Tommy John's, you're talking a year.
Yeah, but
18 months.
6 to 8 weeks, bro. That's 40, 50 games.
2 months. Yeah.
I mean, that's a lot of games.
But, I mean, if you think about it, though, he's a starter, so he's only going every 5th day anyways. So
yeah, that's
it's
true.
not too bad, but to lose him, I mean, that dude's
but
an
your
ace.
Yeah,
He's an ace on any staff.
That was like us losing Kluber and like shit like that, and Nagy and back in the 90s. But yeah, I mean, it's in full swing. It's definitely been a crazy year in baseball.
Yeah,
a lot of homers being
and
smacked.
It's early.
Man. Well, and a lot of homers being smacked, I think, again, because of that pitch count, because I don't think these guys can really, pitching is a lot like golf, where you really got to get in a rhythm and a stance, and you got to be ready to swing that club, same as you got to do when you're pitching. So I think there's a lot more dingers, getting knocked out of the park. So. So Bob, our last subject. I know you're itching for this, my guy, and I did my research, and if you guys want to follow us on all social media, it's Bearded and Crunchy everywhere: Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. Maybe I should make a LinkedIn. We're on all of that. I put a promo video out. My first one, and I added some sound bites from wrestling. I know this is your wheelhouse, so I'm gonna let you take the reins and you like that, didn't you?
That's a good one,
guys. That's why we make the big bucks. Oh wait a minute.
I'm not
getting paid.
Yeah.
I'm spending.
We're
money.
doing this for free. In fact, we're in the negative.
So take it away, man. This is your baby. So.
Yeah, WrestleMania here about 3 weeks ago, man. What a good time.
It was a good one from the the highlights that I watched. I mean, obviously, me and you have talked ad nauseum about wrestling. My last run at it, and I watched it for 2 decades, was the Attitude Era. Yeah, I walked away after that, and even though I've heard, and Vonnie, big wrestling fan, just like you.
Hopefully, I don't disappoint him.
You won't. He's a big fan, as well, and I just for whatever reason, but he, along with you, said that, man, recently, especially since Vince stepped down and other people are in control, that it's really gotten good again. So. Hopefully, man, just as from a friend standpoint, and for you and for Vonnie, I get back into it. But I keep up on it just because I do have friends. Like I know the outcomes and some of the crazy things that happen. But again, I'll let you steer it. So let's talk about your takeaways and
my takeaways from WrestleMania 42.
42. That was my football number.
And think about that, like how far. I remember watching that stuff when I was young. I mean, obviously, I started in the golden era with Hogan and Macho
Man, Roddy Piper,
all gone to think about it.
Junkyard Dog, Hacksaw Jim Duggan. I mean, we could keep going. King Kong Bundy, the Iron Sheik, Nikolai Volkov. I could keep going. That's when I watched.
Yeah, there's your zone.
Yes, Sunday morning cartoons, and then 2 hours of wrestling. Thank you.
Yeah.
And that's back when they were the WWF until the World Wildlife Federation said, "You're making too much money. Now we got to say something." Even though they were the WWF for decades before they had them change it.
Well, before that, they were the WWF when Senior ran it, and then when
Worldwide Wrestling Federation. That's right.
When Junior took over, he shortened it to
That's right.
WWF.
That's a fact that I forgot.
Yeah, So I had a good time watching Mania over 2 days, which I'm glad they did that a few years ago, because watching Mania for like 7-8 hours on a Sunday.
Oh, that's toxic.
It was brutal.
Taxing.
It was brutal.
I mean, it's the same with wanting to go to festivals for music. It's like,
I don't do.
I don't know if I could do that shit anymore.
No, I don't do festivals. I want my little seat, but that's for another show.
Yep.
So
foreshadowing.
I'm actually going to start with how I felt, and it was kind of a shock to me, but Brock Lesnar retiring, man.
I mean, he's had a lot of controversy.
Yeah.
He's getting older.
He's 48.
And I have to bring this up, because I'm glad you did, and I didn't have that. I mean, I had that down, but I didn't have. But I'm thinking of it. His daughter Holy shit.
Looks just
she
like
can
him.
wrestle.
She can.
And that's the wrestling, like, I mean, we've talked about this. I wrestled for a long time in middle school and high school. Like, I went to city finals in 8th grade. Like, and, you know, a lot of the moves in that type of wrestling are still, to this day, based off of Greco-Roman and freestyle wrestling. So, you know, I still understand what it takes to do that. But, man, she is a phenomenon that she better be in the WWE.
Maybe if
I mean, I know she likes actual wrestling, but I think she could have. When I was watching her throw that goddamn shot put, or not shot put, the shot put, I was like, she can throw that better than 95% of men in the world.
And she's built just like him.
Just like him.
Crazy.
But yeah, I'll let you. Yeah, I mean, he's getting older. I mean, look at him. Like when he grows that beard out, it's gray now.
It looks like a Viking. It's
oh my
wonderful.
God, he
I was glad.
Fits the bill.
I was glad the last run before this one, when he actually kind of let people in, like showing his actual. And he's a cowboy. He's a farmer.
Same with Stone Cold.
Yeah,
he's got his own farm.
I mean, nothing but respect to that guy after watching his whole career. I mean, you know what he did at Minnesota, NCAA wrestling champ.
Yeah,
I believe twice.
Yeah,
and legit, and then goes to UFC after a couple years in WWE to become a UFC champion. Dude's crazy.
Yeah, he likes to fight. That's obvious. That dude does not mind using his hands in combat.
Right.
But yeah, I thought that was crazy. But I'm sure they'll bring him back in the future for whatever. He'll go to the Hall of Fame and all of that kind of shit. I don't see how he couldn't. Like, you love him or hate him, the guy is like, people always loved Hogan. The dude couldn't wrestle for shit.
No, and
he was a terrible wrestler.
Technician-wise, it was a couple moves. And
he was a hell of an actor. I mean, look at what happened with him and Hogan in that WrestleMania when he pretended that his fucking neck was hurt when he didn't even hit the fucking mat. Yeah, I did. I do my homework. I know my wrestling. I know what.
Know the wrestling.
But
that was my biggest shock of the night.
Yeah, but that was
for him to. And
now, in today's age, people can find out shit before it happens. Was that on anybody's radar?
Nobody knew.
So it was a good surprise. So I love when that kind of shit happens in today's times.
I really think that even Paul Heyman didn't know, because his reaction seemed very genuine. With the tears and everything, and was like, "What? What do you mean?" But I can see it. I can definitely see it. He's like I said, he's like 48. Cena retired last year. AJ Styles retired earlier this year. And they do beat the shit out of their bodies, and you get to the point where you just want to be done. And I can understand that, even as much as they love it, because if they didn't, they wouldn't do it.
Well, The Rock still comes back. I mean, Stone Cold shows his face. I mean, it's hard for these dudes. I mean, look how long Undertaker. He should have retired with his injuries and shit.
Yeah.
Quite a few years before he actually did. But it's the same with football players. I mean, look at Tom Brady. Like, that dude sacrificed his marriage to play football.
Yeah.
And I understand. I play sports. You get that, especially it's a little different in wrestling, but you get this team aspect and this brotherhood, and it's like you don't want to walk away from that. Like I said, it's a little different in wrestling because,
it's more obviously individual, but behind the scenes, obviously they're a team.
Yeah.
It's all. Yeah, they all have each other's backs. It's like a dance. You don't want to hurt your dance partner because you're not going to make any money. I know everybody's like, "Oh my God, it's fake." You know what?
It's scripted. There's a difference. It's not fake. It's scripted, and there is a huge difference.
Scripted. All I have to do is say, look at the match between Cody and Randy Orton. They beat the shit out of each other. Cody still has a black eye 3 weeks later. Got staples in his head.
Look at Owen Hart.
Yeah.
I mean, I know that wasn't from the fighting,
that was
but
a freak accident.
But it goes to show you that, like, fake, that doesn't happen to fake. When you're trying stunts like that, and I mean, look at fucking Mankind. When he let fucking Undertaker throw him through that steel
off the hell of a cell through the table. Yeah. No, he got But that guy was a freak.
Oh, I love Mick Foley. Yeah. All of his Dude Love, Cactus Jack, all of them. Give me all of them.
Yep, he was amazing.
Oh, he was such a.
I would love to have a conversation with
him. And he is a good person.
Yes.
And that goes a long way with me.
Father, husband, too.
Again, I can separate the art from the artist, but if you're a good person, it helps.
Yeah. My other big shock for me on WrestleMania was actually Paige coming back. She hasn't been.
I've seen that.
And hers was kind of more devastating neck injury.
Yeah.
Spinal fusion surgery.
Well, and I seen it and of course medicine is so much better than it was, obviously when we were kids, but to come back, that was it wasn't like she took forever.
Right.
She came back pretty quick. Like I said, I didn't watch it or none of that, but I do my research and
she
looked like she didn't miss a beat though.
Well, she was wrestling recently in AEW.
Oh, it's kind of like a warm up, like the minor leagues.
Well, they're a separate company, but I would say it's more, I don't follow them anymore. I did in the beginning when they launched because Cody Rhodes was part of that founding of that company, and I like a lot of the dudes that are over there. But yeah, she was over there wrestling for a couple of years, I think, and decided to come back home basically, which was, it's nice to see her back.
Yeah.
So, and she's young. I think she's only like 33, and to have what happened to her that sucks. Yeah, and to lose a couple of years of your career.
But again, fake it is not.
Right. Those guys are all. I wouldn't want to go through what some of those guys have been through.
I learned. I watched the first 2 seasons of Tough Enough, and I was like, that shit ain't for me.
No.
Them guys, they go through some shit. And back then, those dudes were on the road 260, 280 days of the year.
Oh, definitely. I couldn't imagine being separated from my family like that. And most of those guys didn't have family, really.
Ric Flair had about 8 families, but that's another.
Well, yeah, his daughter's kind of unfortunately followed in that. She's been married and divorced 3 times.
That's the apple don't fall far from the tree.
As talented as she is. But, yeah.
I seen Bianca's pregnant.
Good for them. I heard they've been trying for quite a while. I told my wife, I said, she's been out a really long time. I was like, I'm betting that she is pregnant. And that would be good. That'd be good for them because...
Yeah, when you have fertility issues, I always wish the best for those people. Because it always seems to be the people that would be great parents and want kids wholeheartedly.
Have the hardest time.
And then they have that, So, yeah, there was, fucking, Reigns beat CM Punk.
That was a hell of a match. That was a good match.
Yeah.
They beat the hell out of each other in that one.
I will say this, man. The women ain't no slouches anymore neither.
No.
I did watch some highlights from the Ripley Jade match.
Oh, yeah, Mommy is your new champion out of that.
Yeah.
I've always liked Rhea. There's just something about she's a superstar. And
she's got that charisma.
She does. And Motionless in White does her entrance song, which is kind of cool. So, but yeah, I've actually seen me and the wife have been to a bunch of live events in Cleveland. It's always so much fun to go to those.
I can imagine it's one of those it's like baseball. It's like watching it on TV doesn't do it justice. You gotta go.
You gotta go live. It's so much fun.
Yeah.
The only bitch I say now is it's gotten so expensive with them.
Yeah, but everything is, man.
I know.
Concerts are through the roof now. Yeah. You can't do shit like, me and Rhiannon, we've been to dozens of concerts together, and it's just it's expensive, and it just
yeah. The last concert I went to was last year, and I spent $100 for 2 tickets, which it's not bad in the grand scheme. But
I think the last one I went to was when I went and seen the Locks with my cousin. But yeah, so any other WrestleMania tidbits or facts or anything you want to touch on? I
think we kind of covered what I wanted to cover. Cody Cody defeated Randy to retain Universal
yes, he did.
or Undisputed
I did have
Heavyweight,
that wrote
whatever.
down.
They change it all the time.
And we Liv Morgan is the women's champ.
She beat Stephanie Vaquer, which I was shocked, but I heard through the grapevine that she may be dealing with the actual legit injury and needed time off. But Liv's a safe choice. I mean, she's... I don't know. As being a heel, it's kind of annoying. She's just annoying.
Yeah.
But she can go, so it's not so bad as a champion.
Yeah.
Somebody will, turn...
Dethrone her.
Yeah, it won't take long, I don't think. But... And honestly, my standout match for the whole entire weekend was there was a 6-man...
Tag team.
Well, 6-man ladder match.
Oh.
For the Intercontinental Championships with Penta retained on that. I love Penta. I've been watching him since he was in AAA and on the Indies, and it's like Rey Mysterio but taller.
Okay.
And
6'1".
Yeah, I love me some Ray.
I still think he should have always kept the mask on. He should have never took it off.
Yeah, he did that a little bit in WCW.
Yeah.
Back in the day.
At one point, WCW was better.
During the Monday Night Wars, before the Attitude Era
Nitro
really got rolling.
and fucking, it was
the
just
NWO.
Better. The Wolfpack.
Oh, man.
I loved it.
So much fun. But then again...
Oh, you don't know?
Oh, the New Age Outlaws. Which I think Billy Gunn is still the only one out of the two that's wrestling.
Yeah.
But I think...
he's 150 years old now, too, eh? He's got to be in his 40s or 50s.
Still looks
great. He looks like he's in shape.
Looks great. He's been in AEW for quite a while.
But yeah, the Wolfpack was... And then you had Hollywood Hogan and...
Oh, yeah.
It was when he was letting the black of his beard grow out and stuff. It was those were good memories for me. I loved wrestling back then. Well, I guess that's all for episode 2, Attack of the Sports Guys. We touched on, the major sports that we talk about. Unfortunately, I've never been a hockey guy, so that's probably not going to make it in here.
No, I don't understand it.
There was a time when I got into soccer when my son was playing, but...
Don't understand that either.
I did, but since he quit playing, I quit watching, so there's that. But thanks for listening. Again, Bearded and Crunchy on all socials. You can find us on all major and some of the smaller podcast platforms. We're on iHeartMusic. We're on Spotify. We are on Apple. We are on Buzzsprout. And we're on Listen Notes. I mean, the list goes on and on. And we are also on YouTube with audio-only files currently right now. But there's a much bigger process to try to get your podcast on YouTube, and the more I read on it, it's not really that type of platform. Mm-hmm. So for now, we're just going to upload the audio and throw some nice pics to go along with it for your entertainment pleasure. But thanks for hanging out with us again. Thanks for listening to episode 2, Attack of the Clones. And Bob, take it away.
My weekly dad joke here. And just kind of go along with what we're doing on our specials right now. I have a sports-themed dad joke this week. Eric, when should baseball players wear armor?
You got me again.
When they're playing night games. And I think with that, we will see ourselves out.
Until next time. Hey guys, I just want to take a minute here to talk about mental health awareness. It's something that me and my wonderful co-host Bob also suffer from. I seek therapy. We both have medications, and I just want everybody to know that if you're listening to this and you hear this, that there are people that care. There are other people like you. And don't hold that stuff in. Talk to somebody, let it out, because suicide is never the answer. If you're starting to feel some type of way, you think you're going to hurt yourself, or you don't feel like you have a support group, guys, please call or dial 988. It's the hotline for help. And if you're a veteran, which, mind you, 22 veterans commit suicide a day, guys. I mean, it's just not a good thing. If you're a veteran and you're struggling, please reach out. There are a lot of us that appreciate what you've done for us, and you need to know that there's help for you too. So if you're a veteran, dial or call 988 and press 1, and that helps veterans. And remember, you're not alone.